Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The Boys Season 3, Episode 2. I just watched the Episode 1. If you want to see my reaction video about that, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. Just before beginning, I want to say that I'm sorry for the lights, and maybe, if at some point it's raining outside and maybe it can be disturbing for you for the noise. I can't control the weather, a storm is coming, and no, it's not Stormfront. That was an easy one, come on, give me that. The first episode was really, really great, really cool, it felt good to be back with the boys, and really with the first scenes, we knew that we were back. If we forgot at some point what the mood, the DNA of this show was, clearly the first episode told us that that's it. It's that, the boys, it's soups who are doing awful stuff, disgusting stuff, like they are not angels, they are not only the good guys, and they can do awful stuff like that little one going in that thing and making the guy explode from the inside. That was such a good idea. I'm sorry to say it, but it's such a good idea. And again, it's not in a lot of shows and movies that you can see that, and it's really because of the fact that normally when writers, they have this idea, during the brainstorming moments, the other ones, they are saying, no, we're not going to do that, like, we can't do it, it's not allowed to do that on television, and just, we can't do it, it's morally not okay, like, it's gonna shock people, it's not good at all, keep that for your stuff into your mind, and stuff like that. When for the boys, really, writers, when they have that idea, the other ones, they're like, yes, let's do it! And that's what we had at the beginning of the episode 1. And again, it was a good idea, really, to have a soup doing that, to have that death, after that to have our guys resolving it like that. It's fitting with the boys, with the DNA, of this show, and it's really putting us back into the show, the mood, the characters also, how they are, the basic stuff, about this show, and it was so cool. We had a time jump 1 year, so now these characters, how they are living their lives. And for the beginning of it, you can be like, okay, Homelander, you stayed in fact with them, you're still a soup, okay, you have to justify yourself a lot about that love with Stormfront, but at least Vought is behind you, something like that. At the end, we can understand that in fact Vought is tired of him, is not treating him well anymore, like clearly you're gonna be a co-captain, they are not considering you, they are not listening to you, they are not asking you to do stuff and all, like soon you're gonna be asked, to retreat or something like that. We'll see. We can see that he's living with that really badly, she's talking about it with Stormfront, who is still alive but into a bad position, like with her health, but also like she can't manipulate him anymore with sex or with her words. So Homelander is really all by himself, but I'm wondering, about the fact that we saw that some people are still ruling for Stormfront, for her ideas. Homelander being pushed away like that by Vought, even if they have that video against him, at some point he can be like, okay, like I'm tired, I'm leaving, because that video is going to be released at some point. It has to be, I don't know by who, but it has to be. So really, Homelander at some point he can become the super villain. I mean, officially, we know that since the beginning of this show he is the super villain, but officially he can become that one, but present himself to these people, the ones who are ruling for Stormfront, as a real hero, as the one that you have to follow, and he can have his own little army against Vought and the superhero. And he has a lot of information also about Vought, and he knows that Vought, I did that video, so he can also take that against them. I don't know, I can see something like that maybe for Homelander. Yui, we saw that at the beginning he has the perfect life, he has the perfect job with the perfect boss, with the perfect girlfriend, really the perfect life, and at the end we can see that not everything is so perfect. Like Butcher is not listening to him that much, her boss, she's a liar about who she is truly, his girlfriend, there are some issues right there. I think that it's more some ego issues with the fact that she's a supe, with the fact that she's forced also to act like she's in love with another supe and all, and you can't handle that, Yui. It's not that perfect, in fact, at the end. That girl, oh, I didn't talk about it during the review of the last episode. That girl, you know, that boss, Nadia, that's her real name. I'm not sure that she's a real villain, you know. I think that she's obeying to orders. I think that she really meant, you know, to do things right there with Yui, with that job. She's forced to not say, you know, to hide what happened at Red River. I mean, there is something right there. I'm not thinking that she's gonna be the villain, you know, for this season, not a real one. Butcher, who doesn't want to retreat because he doesn't know how to do it, how to have a normal life if it's not with Becca, like he's still not over that and he still wants his revenge against Homelander. Maeve gave him a clue about a weapon that they can use. They have to search for it, to search for the truth. What happened to Soldier Boy, I think? I think that the guy is still alive. I don't know why. I have this impression. Yes, a lot of things like that for the characters to know where they are now into their lives, but to know also the issues that they have to resolve for the season, so it's really cool. It was a good first episode for this season 3 and it felt like we're back. It was cool. And we had news about Ryan and I appreciate that because I was scared to not have news about him, but the fact that Butcher is still visiting him, I'm glad, and even more because we have news about him. And yes, he has some issues to resolve because he's afraid of Homelander, but I was afraid of him being traumatized also by what happened to his mother, you know. But no, it doesn't seem so. I'm glad. For that part, I'm glad. Okay, I think that I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Remember that if you want, you can have these episodes earlier. For these 3 episodes, it's earlier during the day on my Patreon, and with an extended reaction part. It's long episodes, so I think that the extended reaction parts are gonna be really long. And for the next episodes, it's gonna be 1 day sooner on my Patreon, and still with an extended reaction part. I'm warning you since this first episode that for the last episode of the season I'm gonna be late. I know it already because I'm gonna be on holidays, you know, when it's gonna be out. So that's a fair warning since the beginning of this binge watching. Guys, I'm gonna be late for the last episode of the season. You won't. And yes, Patreon is the best way to support me because I'm a little reactor, so if you want to support me, to thank me for my videos and all, it would be appreciated, so you can come on my Patreon, even if it's just for 1 month, you know, even if it's just for the boys, why not? Let's go for this episode 2.
I guess I'm just searching for a more purposeful life, Mr. Adana. The Church of the Collective can offer you so much more.
A show based on your life, on your book?
Not without my dolphin. And late frozen dinners by Vought.
Hey, William. Goddamn the pusher man, am I right? You really gonna shoot that shit in your veins?
Well, okay, but more for less.
I'm gonna do it.
No, you're dreaming. If Amanda is talking to you through the television,
Becca, this will break her heart.
Becca don't care what I do.
you are?
She's dead.
Who was that boy? Someone from the last seasons?
No sleep.
Did you watch the video I made?
No, I ain't had a chance yet.
I think you should watch it. It kind of helps me when I don't sleep so good.
Look, you're your mother's son. always watch out for you. Alright?
Oh, that's mine, boy.
Anything a little extra special about today?
Your anniversary.
It's my birthday, silly.
You want a gift?
Okay, just blink if you want to wish me a happy birthday.
You're so selfish. I'm not gonna be sad for her.
Fucking idiot, I should have seen it.
How could you have seen this?
I don't know, maybe when she killed Rainer, or when she blew up comics.
Just don't do anything.
Crazy, stupid.
No, don't do anything until I get back.
And you're implying that he needs you, that he can't do something by himself. You know, easy go.
Wait for me.
Yeah, okay, sure.
That's gonna be an issue for this season.
Supersonic, right? Yeah, that's right. Great to meet you. Good too. Yeah. You're a real contender on American Hero. We could be teammates. Oh, wow. I hope so, son. Of course, it doesn't hurt that the show's
Oh, you
just
really
some
mean
drunk
that?
adventure. We took
I mean, he really admires him. That's not great.
He didn't die like no hero. I'll wager he went out on his knees begging like a right cunt.
What the f...
So enough.
If there's a weapon out there, it killed Soldier Boy, then it can kill Homelander, and that's gotta be worth something.
Don't like people don't care.
You could close the book on him once and for all. For your dad, your family. Fuck off with that shit.
Sorry.
My father died hunched over a desk, obsessing over a dead man, while he was ignoring his 2 living children.
You don't want to do the same.
I almost did the same thing to her.
You're lying to yourself, but you're trying to be reasonable.
You're doing a bang-up job of her, mate.
I'm wondering, you know, I have the impression that the guy was going... that maybe they lied about what the guy was doing, making him a superhero who saved people and all, when in fact he attacked black people, no? Here we go.
Okay, first word, then pleasure. Really?
It's apparently nice.
Okay. Let's go, come on.
I'm not gonna talk again about...
Use those values to prove America's exceptionalism to the world.
Good boy! Let's get these crabs some air!
When he gave his life, saving us from a nuclear holocaust, please join us in saluting Soldier Boy.
You know that chimps are physically incapable of crying. But that doesn't mean they're not crying on the inside.
You have an obsession with shit? Ah! Suddenly...
You want the truth about Soldier Boy. Not the merde you've been giving us in your appalling
Not
show.
the merde,
How did he
not
die?
the shit.
Who killed him?
He died a hero!
Someone was inside, yes. Oh, she's gonna have trouble. Come on, you can be strong.
Hey Jay, what's that? I'm supposed to be announcing the Starlight House.
You sing me happy birthday. You're gonna fucking love it.
I'm not sure.
Okay, hold on everybody.
You want to make her look stupid, for her to lose her credibility.
This is a juvenile attempt to get me to look like a sex doll instead of a co-captain.
Yep.
I have an idea. Why don't you light the fuck up? Come on, you're gonna sing the shit out of this song. Ready?
No.
Let's hit it.
And she knows now, yes, that she has a vote with
Our
her.
testing shows that 76% of likely viewers will make every effort to watch tonight for Starlight. How about I just walk stand? How would that rate? After the PR hole you dug for yourself this past year, I'd say you're lucky we're putting on this farce at all.
You're already lucky that they are celebrating your birthday.
Have you got any development exec?
We thought rebranding of A-Train maybe could change that.
Oh, listen.
Around what ideas?
Docu-series on Lost Soul. A-Train to Africa.
It'll trace his family's journey from the plains of Africa all the way to Vought Town.
Yeah, like I want to get back in touch with my roots. And for the Gen Z, a state-of-the-art interactive learning experience.
What's that?
Is that a video game about the slave trade?
Powerful stuff.
We all feel some pity for the guy.
And get back to you.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks. I'm kind of surprised if they didn't buy it in the room.
She hated it.
What?
She did.
Oh.
You know what kind of home we are back?
Yeah. And of course, it's a group home for the super able.
Super cute.
Yeah, so many tragic stories, but with the right attention, they can bounce back. Simple thing.
Teddy's still well. We don't teleport.
They have big
Some of the
powers.
kids, they discovered their gifts quite early before they were able to control them. You're Starlight's boyfriend?
Uh-huh.
And you work at the Bureau.
The truth is, Starlight is the one that sent me here. I'm completely sterile. Doctor says my sperm are bad.
You're going for that lie?
But she wanted to keep it quiet, so she sent me here to cover for her. I was never here, by the way. We just want to keep it about love and not publicity.
Oh, maybe I was right with my theory during the review, you know, the fact that maybe Nadia, she was a best friend with that guy with a lot of other super powers, you know, kids. Maybe it was right there.
It's very hot right now.
And something happened to these kids at Red River.
You're adopting me.
I can't adopt you, Sport. You know, technically, it's more complicated.
This says for Vought. For Vought. It's not a surprise. Why am I surprised?
You want me to read it again?
I'm actually too old for that.
Oh, you're smart ass. Scoot, let me talk to you, Mom.
Somebody at Vought dropped the ball. I can't have people showing up at my work calling me naughty.
At that school with all of these kids, you were friends.
Come on, Sparty. Haven't I always taken care of you?
See, I said it in intro. She's not a villain or something like that. She was maybe forced to do stuff.
There you go.
No!
Nice piece. Welcome. Next.
You can keep it? I'm not gonna talk about it.
Have it all gleefully reported by the so-called news.
Gunpowder being a program, not a surprise.
This is a complaint we filed to Vought, begging to be taken off payback on account of, and I quote, Soldier Boy's habitual abuse.
That right there is a fake.
Of
Uh-huh.
course it is. I'm sorry, who are you? I told you. Biggest fan. Hold on. Here's what happened to him. You ain't gonna tell me. You gotta put a bullet in your head.
Okay, I'm gonna have to use the force. Or maybe he's gonna do it. Okay, really with guns. What is your power?